I'm Chris Sneed, and today we're going to be installing the Sneed4Speed wing on the back of the Sneed4Speed MINI Cooper. Now we've done some pre-work. We've gone ahead and taken off the factory S-wing, and we've also drilled the holes down here to kind of speed the video up. Also, you'll need to take the back panel off that covers the windshield wiper and the back of the trunk lid so you can access the bolt holes. So we're going to get started. So the first thing you do is you take your wing mounting plate and it goes through this center hole right here in the car. I'm going to get Parker to hold it and lift the trunk up and put the big fender washer on it and screw the nut on it. Now you don't need to get it super tight right now, it just needs to be able to stay in the right place. So you just kind of tighten it up by hand. All right, now we're going to put it back down. Now we're going to look, and you'll notice that the wing, the trunk is curved, but the metal piece is flat. That's normal. It's going to bend down when we bolt it together. So now we're going to bend it down, and as you can see, you probably can't see in the video, but there's a hole right here from the factory, and our hole lines up with it. So we're going to get another bolt, and we're going to stick it through it. Now, if it doesn't fit, we're going to drill it out a little bit, but it should go through. Now, Parker's going to push, and we're going to have to drill the inside of the car because the hole doesn't fit. So we're going to check. So the other side is the same way. So we're going to drill the other side of the car. So we're going to pop the mount back off. It's going to be a little bit tight. Then you grab the bracket. And this is where you're going to want a partner because you don't want the bracket to fall and hit the car. If you notice my wing mounts are painted to match my roof, we can do that for you too if you just don't want a standard black one. Holes drilled, and now we're going to take this step bit and make them big enough so that we can put the nut through and bolt it to the top piece. This one doesn't come all the way through, so we're going to just drill it out. So now Parker's going to come in and we're going to bolt the wing on. There's that guy. Yeah, that one started, and that one started. Okay, now we've got the wing bolted on. We're going to take it and tighten it down. We've got our Allen wrench here. You hold that end. I'll grab the extension. And now these nuts are flange nuts. So once they get kind of close, they're going to start biting into the metal. Go ahead. Must be. Okay. That would definitely snuck. All right. So as you can see now, the wing is firmly attached. These brackets will move a little bit. That's to help you adjust the to the wing when it gets put on. But you can check, see it's plenty snug. It's going to have the rest of the stuff on this side. So now Parker's going to grab one side of the wing, I'm going to grab the other. I'm going to flip it over. We're going to check it for fit on the car. And there we go. We're going to have to flex your bracket in just a little bit, or we can move it. Yeah, we'll go. Okay, now we've got the wing mount on. We're going to put the lower brackets on. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We've already drilled the holes. The best way to do that is to measure from here to down here to put your brackets on. We've already drilled the holes to kind of shorten the video up a bit. Put the bolts through. This is why you had to take the trunk liner off. You're going to take your big washers and your nylock nuts. gonna just get them started, and then we're gonna tighten them up here in a second. Don't worry if you over drill the holes or you get it wrong, because these big washers will take up the slack. So, you know, if you need to move the bracket for whatever reason, you can do it. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna show you how to measure this so you get an idea. So you wanna measure it from the center point, or you can measure it from the bottom, whatever you're comfortable with. And then just measure down. And I'm coming up with from the bottom of the hole to the top of the hole is 18 inches. So that's about where you want to be. That's what the rods are designed for. So if you're 18 inches here, then you can drill your holes. You'll be approximate. That's why they adjust. So you can set the wing, and also so that you have a little play in them. All right, we're going to grab the rods. Okay, now all the rods have a little line cut on the bottom, and that is the left-hand side of the rod, and then the other side is the right-hand side of the rod. You also notice the right-hand side of the rod has a jam nut on it. So now we're going to go ahead and put the rods onto the bottom, and then we're going to connect them up here, and then we're going to put the wing on. Okay, now initially we're going to keep everything loose. So we're just going to stick the rods through. All right, now we've got the rods installed on the car. They're still loose. Even when you tighten them up, they'll still move. That's the way a rod end is designed, made up to a flat surface and still have some movement. So now we're going to put the wing on. So we're going to take the wing in the front, we're going to flip over the back stanchions, and we're going to put the wing down, and then it's going to be inside, and then we're going to put the heim joint on the inside of that. And then we're going to take the two really long Allen bolts that you got in the kit, and we're going to run it through the rod end, through the wing, and through the mount, so that everything is together. Now you may need to adjust your rod end to get everything to line up, so that you're not putting tension on your bolts, but once you get it to line up, it's going to go right together. And you're going to put a nut on it. And then you're going to take two of your last two shorter bolts, and you're going to do the same thing on the back side. Okay, now that I've gotten all the stanchions tightened up, wings tightened up on the car, I'm going to get a straight edge. This just happens to be a level I had laying here. And then I have a bubble app on my phone. These work extremely well for wing setup. For this Mini Cooper wing, you want it to be 0 for if you're going to run it on track. If you just want it to look cool, then you can set it wherever you'd like. Check it there. So you can see, if you look at it, it kind of looks like it's sloped back, but the way you actually check angle on this wing is with a straight edge, because the curve of the wing adjusts to the airflow rolling over the car. And that's it. We'll tighten everything back down, make sure everything's tight, lock the bolts, and you're ready to drive it. Thanks.